No matter which way I do this review, I'm gonna get a crap load of dislikes no matter what I do. Hey Gamer Nation, I'm Automator, and this is Renter Buy. Not just any Renter Buy, this is a Clash of the Titans. This is first-person shooter versus first-person shooter double review extravaganza. That's right. For this review, we are looking at not just Battlefield 3, not just Modern Warfare 3, but we are pitting them together to see which one you should get over the other. Now, before I dig into the nitty-gritty and start ripping these two games apart, I just need to say that they're both great. If you've already purchased one, good for you. I'm sure you're already happy for it. If you've already purchased both, good for you. You're clearly richer than a lot of other people. So, that's what this review is for. If you haven't bought one yet, or if you just kind of want to throw in your opinions and see what my opinion's like, continue watching. So, for the first round in between these two titans, we gotta look at the beauty contest. Who's looking prettier? And well, they're both looking great. They're both looking fine. They're both looking dandy. But you know who takes the cake home immediately when you look at these two? It's obviously Battlefield 3. And for any of you that have picked up the game, you'll notice it's on 2 discs because the graphics are, let's just say they take up a lot of space. But I was immediately impressed with the graphics and multiplayer. Campaign, pretty impressed. But come the second level, when you got to see a big ass ocean, oh man, the game was looking fantastic. Now let's move on to the second category, which is going to be a hotly contested category, and that is the multiplayer. Both of these first-person shooters are highly known for their addictive multiplayers. So which one's better? It's a tie. It's a bit of a cop-out, but you know what? They're both good in their each unique ways. Battlefield 3 has some really tight team play and huge maps with huge, awesome experiences with vehicles. Modern Warfare 3, a little bit better for lone wolfing, which isn't to say you can't teamwork it, but I prefer to lone wolf it because, you know, if I want teamwork, I'll go to the battlefield. They don't have vehicles and smaller maps, but because of the smaller maps, they make it a more controlled experience, so it's a little more polished, and a lot more customization with your guns and classes. So that's why that's a tie. How about overall content? Let's disclude multiplayer and ask ourselves, how long can we spend with each of these games? And the winner in this category goes to the MW. Of course, Battlefield has a main game and some co-op, but I just couldn't play them. I kept going back to the multiplayer, which says the multiplayer is great, but it also says something about the campaign and those co-op modes. And the MW has survival mode. That's what clinched this round for it. It's a highly addictive, wave after wave, kick-ass fest that's just absolute fun. Battlefield has nothing like it. I have another video on that, link possibly somewhere down in the underbar. You know what? We have to come up with a third round. We're gonna get really picky on these games to decide the winner. And that third round is business ethics, which sounds absolutely retarded. But I think it's important that we look at the two makers of the games, EA, Infinity Ward, and Activision, and see how well they conducted themselves for these games. And see who wins this category is the MW again. Because Battlefield and EA has this little thing where you have to pay extra to play Battlefield 3's multiplayer if you rent it. $10 extra to be exact. And I find this, you know what, come on Battlefield, if you just had a little more confidence, you could totally get away with this. I know it's to combat the selling and marketing styles of GameStop and stuff like that. You're not trying to hurt the rents, but you are. Call of Duty 4, I didn't buy that game off the get-go. I actually rented it, and after renting it for like the third time in a row because I was so addicted to the multiplayer, that is why I eventually went out and became a Call of Duty fan. And I think you could have had a lot more people if you just had a little more confidence in yourself, Battlefield. And I know it's sort of a cop-out to throw the winner of this match out to the MW right now, but that's basically it. But like I said before, they're both great games. This is just my opinion. I would love to see your guys' opinion, and if anyone comes across this video actually looking for an answer as to which two, I'm sure they would greatly appreciate your comments too, as opposed to this ugly face just giving them a one-sided argument probably. Because I am a bit of a fanboy. But yeah, that's basically all I had to debate over today, Gamer Nation. Later, gamers. If you rent this game or if you buy it used, you'll have to purchase the code using Microsoft points, whatever have you. So if you're coming into Gears of War fresh, you might want to be a little hesitant to dig right into this. I would definitely suggest picking up the main game first. It's an RPG, first-person shooter.
sort of game with zombies in it.